Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. I hope you are enjoying our Myths and Legends series so far, and let's just keep the stories rolling. Up next, the third beauty in our most beautiful women in Chinese history series, Diao Chan.
Diao Chan is allegedly the second best looking of the 4 ancient Chinese beauties. Although some say that Diao Chan never existed because of her absence in historical text, she did appear as a heroine in legends, such as the well-known Chinese literary classic 三国演义, or Romance of the Three Kingdoms. During Diao Chan's time, there was one warlord in particular who stood out because of his ruthlessness and brutality. His name was Dong Zhuo. He burned cities without a second thought, sent his soldiers to assault women. Everyone deeply despised Dong Zhuo, but no one dared to do anything because he had a powerful godson and bodyguard named Lü Bu, who was the strongest warrior in all the land. Diao Chan's father, Wang Yun, who was also a high-ranking official at the time, was very concerned with the political state of the country and also wished for Dong Zhuo to be destroyed. When Diao Chan saw how worried her father was, she became extremely concerned and restless. As a result, out of honor and respect for Wang Yun, Diao Chan walked out to the garden one night and prayed to the goddess of the moon, to whom she expressed her willingness to do anything it took to help her father. This is where the Chinese idiom Diao Chan Bi Yue comes from, which means that Diao Chan's beauty was so surreal that even the moon hid itself behind a cloud. The idiom could also mean that the moon was so moved by Diao Chan's selflessness and purity that it hid itself in shame. Wang Yun, who had been observing his daughter from a distance, walked up to her and asked her what she was doing. Diao Chan told him she wanted to help him in any way she could, even if it meant risking her life. Wang Yun, suddenly coming up with a plan, bowed before her and pleaded for her help in carrying out his scheme. First, Wang Yun introduced Diao Chan to Lü Bu and offered her to him for marriage. Lü Bu, who was immediately mesmerized by her beauty, instantly accepted the offer. But little did Lü Bu know that Wang Yun also offered Diao Chan's hand in marriage to Dong Zhuo, who gladly accepted the offer and took Diao Chan as his wife. One day, Diao Chan ran to him crying, pleading him to save her from Dong Zhuo, who had forced her to be with him against her will. At that moment, Dong Zhuo walked in and saw Lü Bu and became furious. Lü Bu was absolutely furious at his godfather for stealing Diao Chan from him, and his rage led to his decision to kill his father, which resulted in the death of a tyrant and the start of a new dynasty. And thus, Diao Chan's mission was finally complete. This single action that Diao Chan took is a perfect representation of Yi, which is essentially what the Romance of the Three Kingdoms revolves around. Yi, which translates as righteousness or duty, also expands to encompass honor, benevolence, loyalty, and selflessness. In Chinese society, it was believed that no matter what happens, one must observe Yi, and that is exactly what Diao Chan did.
So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And I know a lot of you guys, this might sound familiar to you because you learn about Diao Chan and Lü Bu and Dong Zhuo probably in Dynasty Warriors. But hey, it's good to know some backstory, right? All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you later.